Whales are buying these altcoins. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name is Neil. We keep technical analysis short and sweet. We're looking at Bitcoin always to start, and it had that push back up following this red line I had placed about a week ago. So we're looking at the consolidation that could potentially be happening to test this upward trend line once more. We may be pushing through this red curve before that pop. But since Bitcoin moved back up to its near all-time high and is trying to close over it, we saw a lot of bullish momentum with the rest of the altcoins. I'm actually bringing in a new one, Pinlink. It's kind of like Render, where you can buy GPU power and earn passive income through mining rewards, but it is also trying to break over this 200 EMA and does have a lot of room to run. Just on this chart, we see that the all-time high is right around $3, but I believe this can go a lot higher. So look at Pinlink. You can also get Pinlink on MEXC. The reference link is in the description below. Greatly appreciated if you use it, which brings me over to Tornado Cash, which I talk about in my videos constantly, as we are holding support above that previous resistance line right at $11. And we are staying above the CM Guppy, staying above the 200 EMA, healthy on the RSI. If you have not entered Tornado Cash, I highly recommend doing that, but it is not financial advice. It is only $11, all-time high of $459. Definitely something you don't want to miss out on. Also, the description for MEXC is in the reference link below. It's cool to see that somebody is actually utilizing the information that I'm providing in the comments. I forget who said it, but I will bring their name up in the next one if anything. And Compound had that pullback, had the support off the 618 on the Fibonacci, holding above the green in the CM Guppy on the daily, and above the the EMA, 200 EMA. So everything is looking bullish for Compound. It is only $54 right now, all-time high of nearly 1,000. If you have not entered Compound either, highly recommend you do that, but also not financial advice. We pretty much just need to close above this area, which is around the $55 mark, and we'll be pushing up to the $61 mark, seeing as how Bitcoin is looking more and more bullish. They're all just buy signals today, as Bitcoin had that push up. QNT, we see that it is holding this black upward trend line as expected. We pretty much just need to inch up towards this 618, which is at the $124 mark, and break this downward trend line. When we see that happen, we can see it potentially start pushing up, as the RSI is right at the 50. We need a little bit of consolidation, forming a little bit of a W, and ultimately pushing this up. It may not do that W pattern. It may just start pushing up towards the top of the RSI, and Quant is about to be taking off when it breaks this downward trend line. The next stop we could expect at 149, which is roughly where we had a little bit of resistance here before a short pullback, and then taking off to 171. So we can expect the next major resistance being up here around 170 for QNT. Everything is looking bullish just in the market in general. So just stack your bags on all these coins that I am representing. And BNT as well, we had that push up to the dotted red line. Little bit of rejection, nothing too major, but tested this downward trend line as support. And you can see once it got that support, it pushed up once again. If you have not entered BNT, in my signal channel, we entered down at 36 cents, currently at 83 cents, but a very long way to run for BNT, all-time high being $20 for an 80-cent investment. That is more than 20x your money. So it is looking a little bit overbought on the RSI on the daily. Keep an eye on it, but this thing could rip once we close over this previous high. And then the next stop on the Fibonacci retracement, let's see. This could go from here to here. 618 being, whoops, let's paste that. 618 is right here at $1.31, currently at 83 cents. So just keep that in mind. BNT You did have a better entry back here, obviously at 36 cents. Now it is showing a lot more bullish momentum and getting a lot of support on this black upward trend line. So we can start seeing some major movements for BNT and also DNT. I was saying keep an eye on that. We are testing this 200 EMA, trying to break over it. We had that major rejection, but now we are trying for about the 12th time, trying to get over that 200 EMA. A lot of support, looking very similar to Tornado Cash. It's getting healthier and healthier as we start pushing upwards. And once we close over that 200 EMA, we can see that in the past, we had a major push within 1 day. I believe it was like 149% in a day. So keep a close eye on DNT as well as BNT. And then lastly for this video, actually we'll throw in some meme coins, but GRT is looking very healthy. Also, I was talking about in the previous video, we want to get over this 10-cent mark and close over that 200 EMA as well. RSI is looking healthy, but mainly we want to get over that 200 EMA before entering into a bigger position. And then throwing in some meme coins, Doge, Floki. Doge, now is your entry point if you have not entered already. It is also holding above the 200 EMA, testing off the green on the CM Guppy. RSI is very, very healthy. It may have a little bit of retracement to make the RSI come back down and test that yellow line before ultimately taking off. But for a quarter investment, you could literally double your money very quickly. I guess I shouldn't say that. It could be a long played out play, but the 34 cents is coming up next, and then 49 cents after it breaks this yellow line. So a lot of room to run, and then once it breaks the 49 cents, they say $4 is the all-time high. So turning a quarter into $4 is not a bad bet as well. And then Floki forming out that W pattern, holding support off of this trend line above the 200 EMA. RSI looks good. Everything looks good on Floki. As we've seen this happen, I kind of want to bring in, what was it? It was Aerodrome. I'll throw Aerodrome on this one. Aerodrome, whenever I was saying enter, once we get above that 200 EMA, we had that rejection, a little bit of support, and then right here is actually where I was stating to enter into Aerodrome, and we're also breaking this downward trend line. It is currently up 75% since entry, which is about a week ago, I think, more or less. And when we can close and hold above this downward trend line, Aerodrome has a very long way to go. So not a bad entry on that either. That's it for this video. All references in the description below. Grass is doing free airdrop money this month. So if you want free money, that's a good bet. And none of this is financial advice. Good luck, have fun with it, and I will see you guys on the next one.